It is.
Good morning, everybody. I am the Uncanny Omar. You're watching Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and that's the most professional I've sounded on
No, you messed that up.
a Saturday live stream. Most of the time, it's Melanie that does the introduction. This is TikTok Tina.
Hey, guys.
And she is taking over for my wife.
I am.
And all her duties. So you get to clean.
Absolutely
you get
not.
to wash my clothes.
No,
that's right.
I don't want to see no stanky drawers.
That ain't stanky. That would be a good bet. Anyway, how's everybody doing this fine morning? What did Omar do to Melanie? She's fine. She is at her Kempo Masters meeting. So because my wife is a 5th degree black belt, she has to go to a master's meeting once a year, along with other masters across the country. So that's where she is.
That's amazing.
It's really cool, man. Good for her. It's like a comic convention for a bunch of nerds that are into martial arts. Omar is sexist. Cancel Omar. Nice try, buddy. People have been trying that for 20 plus years. Hey, Alex, how are you, man? Omar finally left Melody for Tina. Yeah, finally left my wife for a woman that's not interested in men at all.
Guys at all.
But she likes anime and manga, so that's a plus. All the duty Tina going to kill Omar before the we got videos to film. We ain't got time to kill each other. Hey man, how you doing, buddy? And my buddy John is here. Remember, kids, Melanie can whoop on him. No, she still needs to sleep. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Jacob? How are you? I'll let you read that one, Tina.
Geode mid dag near mint condition. Hello.
No, you got that one.
Tiki Taka tiny high forward pass Omar. That's okay.
Hello.
What was
wow, that was really good, man. I'm sure Hamza is triggered with the way you pronounce all those words. So I'm surprised Tina went with it. Definitely a marriage of absolutely. She gets my insurance. No, I get your insurance. I get your eye health care. Anyway,
I don't have any eye health care.
What the heck am I going to use you for? I got more manga than you do. Maybe if you were bringing that into the relationship and not your weird manga that you're into. I fell in love with a typewriter and I'm a cat.
Descendants of a bookworm.
Whatever.
Like,
what manga are you reading now, Tina?
I just said it.
Well, you got to read that out loud first. Okay, people that are driving right now.
What manga are you reading nowadays? So I picked up Red River. I picked up Shoujo Kakeke Volume 14. So I'm catching up on a bunch of manga that's continuing to be placed out. Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Gatekeeping. I'm just saying, by bringing something to the relationship, she better have more manga than me. You have to be a certain age, man. There better be some tit for tat, if you will. I think that might be the wrong
that's the wrong expression.
We're talking about manga. Last 2 chapters of the original First Kingdom run left them into Space Explorers Club and Destiny. That's right. I love that book. How long did it take you to read it, dude? Are you tripping? Is the sound delayed? I hope you're tripping.
Oh, no, I hope so.
Okay, it seems fine too.
Okay.
Yes, Tina, read the questions out loud. Some of us can't read.
Oh, that's...
What's Red River? Yeah, give me the pitch of Red River.
So Red River is a historical shoujo isekai.
What the heck does that mean for people that don't know what a shoujo isekai is?
So a young girl from Japan gets transported in time to, what is it?
In case you don't know where it is.
Babylon or something like that. I can't remember exactly where, but the Hittite Empire. And basically it's all about political intrigue. She meets a prince, falls in love with the prince, but she wants to go home. So that's the basis of the story. Pretty legit.
Man, that sounds up my alley. Boring. Except you're in another world. Yeah, I actually have the first 3 volumes, so I missed out on if you missed out on it, those got really expensive, as manga tends to do when they goes out of print, because there's no way that.
And my dumb ass sold.
Whoa, we're on Saturday. You're dumb butt, Tina.
My
That's
dumb
strike
butt,
one.
left behind. So my dumb butt sold it to finance my wife's trip to see her brother in Seattle at one point in time when we were hungry for money.
Oh, that's so sweet. Omar, you skipped the question about the Krakoa Omnibus. I skipped a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Tina,
a lot.
you can blame Tina, though. She's in charge of the questions today.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Ask again.
Sorry.
Ask again, Have a Spirit, please. We'll keep an eye out on it. Did the first 2 volumes of Saturday and Sunday last week, 3 and 4 yesterday, and today. Woo! Broke it up. Yeah, you got to break it up because, man, that stuff is, especially those early volumes, they're dense.
Morning all.
Go ahead.
Finally got some books read this week. Curse of the Chosen, Mega Hex, Rook Exodus, Clementine, and Zubs. Is it Zubs?
Jim Zub. Mm-hmm.
Really? The Barbarian. Good living.
Those are some good books, man.
That's some great living.
It's out of print right now. Uncanny Omnibus Volume 4. Hopefully you can find it, though, and hopefully they'll reprint it.
Wolverine is more boring to you
than Red River. Are we really going to do a poll? Well, we haven't done a poll in a while.
No.
Have you guys played any Dice Throne?
Yeah, actually, I played it last weekend with Maddie, who does like Old Reader, New Reader. I played Gambit, and I absolutely loved it. They tried to take me out pretty quick.
Are you sure you turned that light down?
I did.
You are white.
Am I?
Maybe it's my dark skin. Turn that light off. Let's see what happens. Okay. I think you'll look a little better with it.
I don't mind being a little washed out.
No, you're like Casper the ghost. Let's see what this. Oh Lord, have mercy. How do white folks use filters? I don't know how y'all do it.
Color theory is a problem.
Dude, indeed, man. She meant donkey. Oh, that's what she meant. Yeah. You only get 3 curses. That's the first one you see, and you get to strike 1. Omar, I hope you're doing well. Did you get a copy? I have not. Krakoa and X-Men Blue and Gold have been delayed until the last week of September. Ghost Rider Danny Ketch. Ghost Rider Danny Ketch, Omnibus Volume 2 has been delayed until October now. So those 2 books should be coming to me next week, I think is what I was told. But I did start getting trades. And you will see the hardcovers coming out maybe this Saturday, maybe today. The hardcover's coming out next month. They don't have an Omni coming out the first week of September, which is just insane. I don't know what happened. There's been some delays, I think.
Hey, Omar, what's the yellow hardcover next to X-Men Second Coming and Revelations?
The X-Men Second Coming and Revelations? Oh, it's Age of X.
Nice.
They asked you if you got... Oh, I haven't got it yet. No. So I don't know how the mapping is. I'm hoping they got all of my emails to remind them how the mapping should be taken into account when dealing with that Omni. And what was that? Do you think a deal is on the table for a Top Cow Colossal Tomb Raider? I do find it weird that Dark Horse left it out. They printed things in their collections before, like Hellboy and Batman. I mean, we're talking about Top Cow. I can't imagine them leaving it out. So maybe, fingers crossed. Omar, with DC updating a few books, contents, and previous videos. Yes, they are wonderful. They've been taking all of the consideration. Do you know if any other changes are in consideration? I am emailing them on Monday a list of things that have been suggested to me. The stuff that they've added are things I suggested. And they're also, in that video, they're also adding Blackest Night Superman. There was other, I can't reveal why though. There was talk of adding something else, but they told me about a future omnibus. It's hard to talk about without going into things I can't talk about. Yeah. But I said, oh wait, don't add it here then. That will actually fit better over in that Omni. I hope that makes sense. And then there are reasons why certain things will not be added, especially to creator-centric books. Good morning. In your honest opinion, do you think Marvel would ever collect Marvel Saga in epic or omnibus format? Omnibus. They tend to go omnibus route with those kind of books first. What are the next epic announcements? Probably more towards the end of the year. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Omar. I always enjoyed your reading orders. Have you ever considered doing a Teen Titans or Outsiders? Yes, I have. Actually, unfortunately, my Teen Titans are all custom bound. So it would be like, here's this book that hasn't been collected, and this one also not collected. But they've been doing a really good job, and there are things coming out in late 2026 that will make that a little bit easier, especially with the DC Finest too. Yeah, Dan Ketch, which makes sense, right? It's okay. If Ghost Rider slips into any month, October is the month for Ghost Rider.
Oh my goodness. Now 40 years old, Teen Wolf, Godzilla, 1985, Weird Science, Pee-wee, Big Adventure, Melanie loves that, and Follow That Bird are all 40.
Teen Wolf was written by Jeff Loeb, who went on to write comics.
Follow That Bird? What's that?
It's a movie.
Oh. Yeah.
And Commando, he wrote Commando.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people they give him crap about writing Commando, but he always talks about how it bought him a like vacation home in California. Did you hear about the new Lego Batman? I did. One of my co-hosts on the What Are You Reading panel on Wednesday, Kimsey, brought it up, and she did a reaction video, and she's super excited about it. I like the choice for Bane. Hey, what's up, Tony? How are you, dude? Dana, how are you doing? Omar, you convinced me to order the NAM Omnibus. Real life comics have long been in my wheelhouse. Oh, it's so good. I don't know how the second half is going to be, because eventually they add the Punisher because the editorial got involved. And then, of course, Doug ended up leaving the book, not because he left it out of his own accord, but because he was fired. Omar, with DC and Marvel sharing characters at the moment, any chance of Alien Predators versus DC Omni? Maybe.
I like how you just there and you're like, I can't say Jack.
I mean, even
if I wanted to, even if there was nothing,
man,
I can't say.
You know how hard it was to keep my mouth shut about that stupid DC Marvel Omni thing? Like, I was really good. And I remember even Rich from Bleeding Cool reaching out to me, and I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. Because he was like, did you hear about it? I have it on my website. I'm like, yeah. Even then, I couldn't say, yeah, it's a done deal, man. It's happening. DC seems to be working with you much better these days. Any possibility of Contagion Legacy and collected editions? They are looking at that list that you all voted for seriously.
Nice.
I have my own list, of course, and those videos start dropping this week. Thanks to my buddy Dom of X, who has been editing those videos. My top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnis, top 20 most wanted DC Omnis, top 10 X-Men Omnis, top 10 Batman Omnis, Spider-Man, Superman, and then I think I'm going to do Absolute and Gallery Edition. And for the first time, I'm doing my top 20 most wanted manga in deluxe edition. I actually looked at my list, and I wrote that list in 2019. Oh. And I'm like, whoa, look at that.
And it's
no, I think in there like Blade of the Immortal, Vinland Saga, and Vagabond. And I'm like, whoa, I was really good at this.
That's good.
Like, there's like 5 of those books that have been made already. And then some that I'm like, oh, I don't even know who owns the license.
That's a pipe dream, yeah.
And that's okay.
Do you know anything about the Masterwork stuff going on?
No. I wish I had more news. I'm sorry. I wish I had good news. I don't have any news. Think Adam Warlock doesn't have enough solo content for an Epic collection. Absolutely, he does. They've done a Omni, so he can absolutely get an Epic collections.
Are the Krakoa era Wolverine hardcovers and omnibuses understandable without reading X-Men or X-Force? So you think you can pick them up just blind and start there?
Yeah, because what Benjamin Percy does is kind of fill you in what's going on with the rest of the island.
Mm-hmm.
They do cross over a little bit with X-Force, and then there's a whole Hellfire Gala, and the collections at least let you know, like before the story arc, just to let you know, there was a Hellfire Gala and Orcus attack and things like that. Are you at liberty to discuss why X-Men and the Micronauts was left out of the Omnibus and Epics? No, I know. Like, it's a case of I know why, but I can't say it's not my.
Okay.
It's not my. Well, there's a lot.
Yeah, that go on the back end that you're like, I know kind of why they did, but it's not. Let them share it, not you. Honestly, pro delays right now. Too many good books coming out, and I can only afford so many.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another side
Batman, dude. Batman had 2. I think I said it on my. I hope I left that part in my video and not edited it out. But I was like, there are 2 Batman Omnis releasing this week. There was a time when we had like 1 Batman Omni reprinted for the entire year. I need my laptop. Let me actually. I'll text Lydia. I think we're still live. I forgot to bring it down here. I wasn't sending you. I was just thinking out loud.
I was like, here, let me go.
Here, let's see. I think we're still live. Right?
Okay.
We're still live. Let me look at the phone. Yeah,
Double checking because the screen refreshed real fast, guys, and hopefully there's no delays.
Hi, Martina. When can an omnibus release announcement be considered confirmed? I've heard it's not official, even if it's in the catalog. So the way that this works, in case you're new to the channel, thank you. That's a great question. Is not just comic books, Marvel and DC, but actual books have this thing called the catalog, where they put in the titles they're coming out with. The catalog is the place where the book market can start ordering things. Amazon has an automatic system where they see something in the catalog, pull it. I can't. There's an actual word, Guillermo. If you're watching, you work at PRH. Can you tell them what it's called? Where they actually pull that stuff immediately. It's an actual. It's not even a person doing it. Really? It's an actual system that lets Amazon pull as many orders as they see fit. And I don't even know how they get that information for the algorithm. Can you imagine, like, I'm trying to think of something obscure, like Shade the Changing Man, right? They'll probably pull information on Chris Bachalo, Peter Milligan, DC Omnis, DC Finest, and kind of get that information and pull it to make the order numbers. Now, that's for the book market, but book market has always had a chance of things being canceled. I always say it's not real. Like, we're one step closer once it gets into the solicits. And even then, when it gets solicited, rarely, but it has happened, do books get canceled. Like, I off the top of my head, maybe 1 or 2 titles. But in the catalog, it's kind of like the Wild West. It's there. Cool. Can the publisher pull it? Absolutely, 100%. That's why I think out of all the announcements I've made, only one book from Marvel has been indefinitely put on hiatus. And that is Guardians of the Galaxy by Brian Michael Bendis Omnibus Volume 2. Out of all the ones that I announced, those eventually will go to the catalog and then the solicitations. So solicitations are what comic book stores, the retail market, can order. Are you caught up, or is this the freeze?
I think
have I been talking the whole time?
You've been talking the whole time.
We Wonder Woman fans treat it good. 3 Omnis in 20. Absolutely. And the reprint by Phil Jimenez. What was it? The Silver Age book. And you got the John Byrne Omnibus coming out. The Greg Rucka Omni. Yeah, it's great, man. And more stuff coming too.
Yeah, it froze for a moment. They said that we're fine now. The IT guy and bad internet. Well, we can't help what internet Omar gets in this region, unfortunately.
Yeah, Bart.
So
you started talking about Alien vs. Predator DC, and Feige sniped the stream. I like that.
Yeah. Good morning.
What's up, Kenny? How are you? Omar, you yelling, so let's do it. Do you know why DC waited so long to make the Tom King Batman Omni? Did King hold it up? Because the Tech Omni by Tomasi coming out before the Tom King was a strange decision. I think, seriously, the new collected editions department has the finger on the pulse of the industry. They understand now what people want, and of course, they have their own things they're working on, right? And their own things DC is doing because of the DCU. But now they understand more that the fan base really wants them. When I started working closely with Marvel, they kind of took a gamble on a guy making videos in his basement, which I still do, by the way. Because, sure, we can reprint Daredevil by Bendis and Annihilation. But are they going to sell? Because this guy's telling us that a lot of people want it. This is before I was doing polls. And they sold like crazy. And thank you all. Oh my gosh, that would have been a bad thing if I was like, get those reprinted, please. Or
yeah,
and then they don't sell, right?
And they're like, drop this guy real fast. But you're.
But I always knew what was hot because of what people would say. This is before I was taking polls. I knew what people wanted. And then eventually it got out of hand, though, because I was like, I can't keep up. What's out of print? Maybe I need to start doing a poll for people to vote and make it their choice. So I've been doing the same thing with DC now. Now that they're listening, they took that list, and it was our #1 most wanted DC Omni in 2024. 2025 is Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, baby, and I hope we get that. So we will see. But they really, I mean, the feedback has been amazing, going back and forth. And much like Marvel, they were like, we don't know if we can do this. Maybe one day, but definitely this is going to help us. So thank you all that vote.
Hi, could you explain why Annihilation Omnis are sold so fast and there's not enough stock?
Every time there's a new printing, it's a lower and lower stock. So this is already.
It just came out, didn't it?
It did, because I just did an overview of it like a month or two ago. Let me double check, okay?
I remember when you made that announcement, but my brain these days is like, that just happened, and it's like 2 years ago, but it was just this year.
It's on its fourth printing. So the fourth printing would be the smallest print run they've had. It's a popular story. It's one that people missed out on. It's one people vote on. And that's a lot of the reasons why it goes out of print.
Pre-orders have any impact on stuff like that? Like, okay, so like if more people will pre-order, they'll
that's why I always which is why I always remind people to pre-order. But I understand not everybody wants to pre-order. Everybody wants to catch a deal, and I get it. Respect. I used to do the same thing. But the closer I work with publishers, the more I understand why pre-order numbers are so important to them. That kind of make that's how they don't have a machine that does like Amazon, right? They don't have a machine that determines, these people are putting this much order in. Let's go ahead and print this many copies on top of that pre-order number. Hey, Omar, I'm looking. Thank you for the super chat, Daryl. Oh, by the way, when Melanie has super chats, she does this, Tina. I'm gonna show you. She gives them a GIF like this. Look at that manly cable.
Nice. I'll try to remember that.
I'll try to remind you. I suck at it too. I'm looking for appropriate manga recommendations for my 12-year-old son. He's already read My Hero Academia, Spy Family, Demon Slayer, and Delicious in Dungeon. What else is good for him? Oh, that's a perfect question for someone like you that's here.
Demon Slayer, Delicious, and
I would say Naruto. Naruto's up there.
Naruto is an older one, but it's really, really good if you like Shonen. It's One Piece is really hot right now. It is long, but it stays focused right now. It's hitting really, really hard. We're getting some things tied up. Some secrets are dropping, big world secrets. If you like Delicious and I would say for a 12-year-old boy, there's a recent
what about Free Ren? Or is that
Free Ren? Yeah,
12 years old? Or is it too
well,
dark?
I don't know. It depends on what type of story your son likes.
Okay, so Spy Family, Demon Slayer has a little violence in there.
It does have a little violence in there, but Piran is sort of like a slow cook. You know what I mean? Like it's going to taste great, and it does taste great, but you have to have a little patience with it. Like a slow cook.
I didn't even know. No, like a crock pot. Yeah, it's like a crock pot. You just leave it on before you go to work, and then when you come back, you got that chili.
This is delicious. You know,
that's so interesting.
You got to have some patience with the story.
I'll give you some classics. Tina can give you the new stuff. I think for classics, now I think it's a classic. There's a Mushishi book that's coming out, finally coming back to print in hardcover format. That's one of my favorite manga of all time, and for me, it's a manga that kids can read. But your kid seems to be really into like the shonen stuff. So I would suggest Bleach, even though it goes downhill after the second arc.
There's Hunter x Hunter is a really good old
That's a good one. Unfinished, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's another one that I think it just came back? Hold on a second. I'm trying to think. Because I would say, Mushishi, and I'm trying to, if they want to get into a little bit dark territory, I think Pet Shop of Horrors is a good one to get into. It's not too violent. It's not overly gross. I think that's a good one if they want to dive into some horror stuff. So it's the Mushishi manga, which is I suggested. Ranma. I love Ranma. That's coming back. That came back.
Stone is probably a good one. And there's one, and I don't know how violent it's going to get. Kaiju number 8. I would suggest Kaiju number 8.
That's a good
really good one. And then I had to look up how this is actually spelled. This one's been really interesting. It might get a little bit darker, so I don't know how dark you want your 12-year-old kid watching or reading. And that's Gachiakuta.
Gachiakuta.
Yeah. So that one's a really good one right now.
So there you go. By the way, Annihilation is officially out of print, and so is Annihilation Conquest. Both of them are now out of print again. Gosh, dang.
Oh my goodness.
Ashita no Joe, if you like old stuff. But if you do that, then you might as well go with Astro Boy. Like a classic.
Which had Adelaide. Yeah, that one's good.
I haven't read Black Clover. How's that?
So I started Black Clover as an anime. I didn't read it, and I didn't finish watching. It just didn't draw my interest quick enough.
I almost went with Dan, and I'm like, wait. I forgot about the... whoops.
Rama coming back.
No, I'm sorry. I meant that they were reprinting the 2-in-1s.
Okay, yeah.
Because of the new series. But Rama stock is awesome, man, because like I got 3 statues of characters I never thought I was going to get.
Like shampoo and stuff?
Like I got shampoo, Akane, and Ranma, boy Ranma. I want girl Ranma. I want no boy Ranma. He's doing the
drop.
What is it called? The Hiryu Shilton Ha. I love that attack, man. I want Ryoga with his
I just love it.
What is that attack he does? In America, it's called Lion's Roar Bullet.
I don't remember
Hokogun, I think, something like that. With Batman Bronze Age Omni having around 30 issues for Batman and Detective Comics, how many volumes could we see? It's questions like this I can't answer. Much like Marvel, DC has asked me not to reveal how many volumes are going to be in a series.
Gotcha.
And I guess it makes sense from a publishing standpoint. They want to wager just how many volumes they'll continue making based on sales. I was very, very blessed that Marvel let me say that Krakoa has been mapped for, what did I say, 11 volumes, I think? Because I was like, can I please tell them that you all have mapped them for 11 volumes? At first, they were like, we don't like telling people. And it makes sense from, again, a publishing standpoint. But as a collector, I was like, people really want to know and get excited. Yeah. I wish I could tell you. I actually know the answer. I will say make room. It's a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Might be a thickie. Hey, Omar, I'm super excited for all the Superman and Supergirl collected editions coming out in 2026. What runs do you want to see released next?
Man of Steel.
That's on your bucket list?
100%. Has been since I started the channel. And then the post-crisis Batman. Yeah. Oh, what did I think of the season premiere Peacemaker? I dug it, man. I thought it was funny.
Omar, you liked it?
Yeah, I dug it. I'm a big Peacemaker fan. If you go to the Star, Omar, please acknowledge the guy who really wants to talk about the Sender. Okay, I will. Let me get the super chat. We'll try to find it. What are 3 main differences in creative philosophy between Marvel and DC? Which do you prefer for each point and why? I appreciate the continuing continuity. In my later years, I found out the reason why I love continuity is because of Mark Grunwald. I love that continuity was so important to him. That's why he was the big brain behind the Handbook of the Marvel Universe. And to me, that is very important. So that's a +1 point for Marvel. For DC, unfortunately, they revamp things every 5 years. But that's also a plus because it gets new readers in. Yeah. And if you think about it, I don't know if you knew, I know, John, you've been reading for a long time. You know that there was that cycle, like in comic books, the as the story goes, is every 7 years you're writing to cater to a new audience.
Yeah.
Because your old audience is supposed to be growing up and going away. 7 years. That's why they recycle plots. That's why when people are like, it's funny to me when I see new people going, oh my gosh, they're doing this already. They're doing a Civil War 2. They're doing, what was it that I saw that I thought was funny? It's like the House of Ideas ran out of ideas. We were making the same jokes, dude, in like the 80s. Like I remember when Civil War came out, everybody was like, this has never happened. And I was like, yeah, there's this thing called the Mutant Registration Act. Yeah. Been there, done that, dude. We've done all this. Characters fighting each other since the Silver Age? Absolutely, man. So, like I said, that's a point for, I think, DC too, because I think restarting keeps everything fresh. I love the idea of the Ultimate Universe coming back because that also, like, sparked the idea for the Absolute Universe. Like, it does, to me, it never mattered that DC is borrowing from Marvel. I know people are like, oh my gosh, it's so stupid. Like, Thanos is just a Darkseid ripoff, and poor Mongol is a ripoff of Thanos. But to me, it just what matters is about the execution of the stories
Right.
and what we get out of it. So I don't mind if they borrow ideas. I know there's a little pride there between companies, like we came up with that first, we did it first. But I
who
don't
told it better.
I think it's about art inspiring art.
Yeah.
So I wish Marvel could borrow from DC's, like the Absolute editions. I love those books. Those are some beautiful books. Oh my gosh. I wish DC could borrow from Marvel's idea of, when it comes to creator-owned omnis, kind of mapping everything, including issues that are written by the people. I don't getting the creators involved. I think that's wonderful, and I think it's out of respect they're due. But when you get a creator involved in mapping their own omni, sometimes the people that end up hurting are the readers, right? The people buying the stuff. So I think that's 3 points each. Maybe I went over 3 points. There you go.
A little more.
Omar. Oh, I rolled the wrong R. Omar, my man, how you doing? Long time no see. For me, Omar complete the Sender Compendium a couple weeks back. At last, I kind of shed a tear. What a cosmic space story. Man, that was an unforgettable journey. I'm glad you liked it, dude. Don't forget, there's a follow-up called Ascender. And I didn't like it as much, but it's still solid. It's still set in the same universe. Would you say epics are the best way to collect Daredevil? Yeah. It's more complete.
That's your preferred way to collect it?
No, I love omnis.
Okay.
But it's more complete. Civil War II Electric Boogaloo.
I saw that. Oh man. I love continuity because you are Brody from the Mallrats.
Brody.
I
love that. That's one of my favorite characters in movies of all time.
Oh,
Would you like a chocolate covered pretzel? When is the Dude, I sent the package out just yesterday, buddy. I have no idea. If you look at the email, there's a tracking number. It's a big box of books. I sent out 5 boxes yesterday to random people. You were one of them. Happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you keep coming back to comics. How cool would it be for the creative team to pick up where Hulk left off in the 60s with number 7 and run it through 101, keep it in the 60s setting? That would be awesome. The question is, who would you pick as the creative team? For some reason, my brain immediately went to someone like Bruce Timm as the writer. Or as the artist, I'm sorry. Who would write a class? What is his name? Tom Scioli? Actually, Jim Rugg could probably do a good job. Waiting on Omni for by Loebs. Wonder Woman by Loebs and Swamp. Thank you. Wow. Luke Cage. Beat the crud out of it. And Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. Yeah, some will come for sure. Please bring Shannon from your last live stream back on the channel. She was great. Oh, I loved her. I've been trying to do a live stream with her, and you can ask her for like the last almost year, because Peter's the one that told me you should really get her on. She's funny and she's inside, like she's got inside knowledge because she owns a comic book store and it's a non-profit organization. She's the lady that puts together the Comics Pro, which I want to cover next year, because I think Comics Pro needs to be covered by media like this. That's why media like this exists, so retailers and publishers know where to go. So yeah, she is always welcome back. She was great. Oh, is it Cosmos shop time?
It's 11:30.
All right. So if you live in Canada and are interested in purchasing big books that we've just been talking about, check out bdcosmos.com. They're based out of Montreal, Quebec, and they have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books. And if you tell them Near Mint Condition, that's our name, sent you their way, you are put into a raffle of 25 Canadian dollars or more. Nice. And that is oh yeah, you're supposed to sing that.
BD Cosmos?
You're Canadian. Yeah. Do you know how to Can you hold on a second? Let me get you the words. I think Melody wrote it. You got to sing the jingle though,
Tina. I'm gonna sing the jingle.
Yeah, all right. Let me hold on a second. Let me get this.
Is it BD?
No. Hold on a second.
Your home for collected premium editions
in
Canada, eh?
That's sort of it. That's
from memory.
Sort of.
I'm not
sorry.
doing a good job.
Okay. That was really good though from memory. So it's let's see here. Where is the BD Cosmos song? In Europe and where in the?
It's at the top, Omar.
You saw it?
The segment of BD.
Oh, she came up with it. She didn't write it down. Okay, you could come up with a song for BD Cosmos.
BD Cosmos, the Canadian leader in graphic novels.
That's pretty good. Okay, that's all you get.
I'm sorry.
I put you on the spot.
You did.
Epic DC Finest compendiums and thick trades in general are my favorite collections. Lots of material and easier to read. Oh, yeah, easier to read. So you get to be a certain age, and then you need readers to read. Epics are starting to become worse value than Omnis. DC Finest are great, though. Epics are up to $50, $55. I think there's one that's $60, isn't it? Tina, have you stolen any Manga from Omar since he doesn't have a master list?
No,
master list. This guy. I don't need a master list,
no,
baby.
It's on his head. Like,
it's right here.
I'm not joshing you when this guy.
That's
like,
his name, Josh.
I know. When he literally will go through and he's like, "Where's this?" And I was like, "I can't believe you would recognize where something is in this massive library you have." But he will notice something is missing, I'm sure, because he freaks out all the time when he's like, "Why did somebody put this here?"
Usually yelling at my wife and kids. They're the ones getting it. By the way, Spectacular Spider-Man Omni, not driving FOMO, just letting people know, is low in stock. Comes out this week, and it's already low in stock, meaning it will be out of print probably in a week or two. I'm actually having J.M. DeMatteis join me on Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about Spectacular Spider-Man Omni.
Really?
I'm sure half of us are already singing it in our head. Master of the Mystic Arts Volume 2 when? I don't know. I hope one day, Jennifer. You mentioned almost losing your Marvel contacts over adding the 2 annuals and to Uncanny 5. Oh, was it special in the annual, I think. And they were pushed back hard for you for that. Were they going to put them in if they didn't want to put them in the Omni? Oh, they were going to put it in the next Omni. It would have been in Volume 6, which you're still waiting for.
Oh, really?
They had already mapped it out. Yeah. And I get it. You know, I understand. I come from the world of IT, and sometimes IT folks are very territorial. Collected edition folks are completely territorial too. They know what they're doing better than anyone else, and that's why they have that job. I understand. And then you have a guy on YouTube going, actually, I think these 2 issues need to be added.
Oh, that actually guy, man.
Which every actually guy? Actually. Oh, I hate those people.
Oh, God, yeah.
I never start a sentence like that.
Actually.
Or email.
I know you make fun of us when we do. You're like,
oh, Tina, you are the actually guy.
No, I'm the close enough. Like I'll feed you information that is.
No, you start your sentence correcting me. Actually, and then you lose me halfway. I just want to thank you and this very YouTube channel and all Minties for suggesting me the sender. Leaving Omar next time. Gotta go. A bit busy. Bye, y'all. Bye, Master Bobby. Be good, man.
Omar senses something in the force when a book is missing.
I do, man. It's weird. It's like there's a disturbance in my shelves.
Oh, man. Yep. Not loving the epic price increase, but I'm too deep in the game now.
Oh, man. Here's the thing. Like, so, and Curtis is actually really good at this because he works on the side of things where he understands how much the price of something will cost, like, to make. So books, for example, he understands if you order so many copies from a printer, it's going to cost you this much. So he understands the overhead and all that. Eventually, we know DC Finest are going to go up.
Right.
It's almost like they're almost taking a loss right now.
It's a given.
Which reminds me of any freaking hobby I've been in. I remember, I talk about this from time to time.
Magic cards, like any TCG, like it's...
Well, I was thinking of the Mega House pop figures that I started collecting in 2000 So I started collecting Mega House One Piece pop
60,
figures.
80?
They were 40. Dude, what's a regular pop figure now? Not the max. The max are $500.
Like 250, 300?
Yeah, like Uta was like $150. It went from $40.
The one holding the mic?
Yeah.
The one holding the mic.
No, it's $130.
Yeah.
But still, think about that. That's $40 to $130 in, how long has that been? 2004? 2004 when the first round. No, 2005 when the first round came out. So in about 20 years, it's gone up. Math? Almost 3 times, right? $40, $130. Yeah, actually a little more than 3 times. So, I mean, eventually that's how they hook you, right? You're like, oh, I got to get the rest of the Straw Hats. I got to get the rest of the figures. Was the She-Hulk TV show so bad that it drought of She-Hulk Omni DC should pump out more Superman Omnis? Superman versus the Elite Omni, nowhere to be found. What would you put in the Superman versus the Elite, like the Justice League Elite series? I really like that series, by the way. Although the treatment of Ollie is just, it was okay. I will say no, the She-Hulk, they don't really care how bad something did as far as television or movies. And I honestly don't know what the numbers are, but we are getting a She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell omnibus, so I don't think they really do care about like numbers for TV shows and stuff.
Superman, the Man of Steel omnibus, Superman Bronze Age omnibus, Supergirl, the Girl of Steel, 2005 to 2011 omnibus, volumes 1, 2. I want to see them released next DC.
I'm a bit of a actually guy, but I justify it by not being a snot and trying to make it come across to clarify or educate over correcting. That sounds like something an actually guy would say.
Actually,
I'm doing it because I'm trying to educate you, you idiot.
I started explaining things.
I'm gonna make a meme of John.
Give this dead-eyed looks. I'm like, wait, you guys already know this, right? Oh man, Return of the Jedi 80s action.
Oh, well, we're gonna go back to the 80s.
Oh man,
and we had real metal and plastic.
Comics were like 70 cents. Yeah.
I was trying to think of when I started collecting comics. I think it was 65 to 75 cents.
Yeah.
DC Finance are building a following right now, but they'll definitely go that. Oh, you won't see it coming. It'll be the gotcha moment.
Like, oh, you're in deep now.
You're like, I already got 3 Batman DC Finance. I can do $5 more, and then it'll be like, I can do 10 more. Then $20, you're gonna be like, I need to reassess my life choices.
Give yourself a budget and
try
to stick with it.
One of my favorite runs is the Joe Kelly run. I actually really liked what he did with Batman and Diana in that story. And it made me a Kyle Rayner fan. Like, Kyle Rayner was the dude in that run. I'm going to say probably. Yeah, and they're going to map it around. I hope they do like a Mark Waid collection and then a Joe Kelly one.
Will the DC Compact comics go up in
price? I don't think so, but I know like that definitely doesn't make them any money. But the trick is, can I sell you on a $10 book
that will get you
hooked?
Yeah.
Well, I always use Gotham Central as an example.
That's great, yeah.
Gotham Central is one of my favorite books. The first 11 issues are collected in that compact. So if your question is, where do I go from here? Mm-hmm. The only choice that's in print right now is the Omni format, and that's $125. Or you can go digital. So it's like, I just spent $10 on this. I want to know where I go from here. Let me introduce you to the Omnibus format. Oh, and by the way, if you want to continue the adventures of Renee Montoya, you got to go into the 52 Omnibus. Oh, you want to continue the Spectre story? Well, that goes into the Infinite Crisis Omnibus. And before you know it, you got shelves filled of big books, and it all started with that $10 like little box. Like, it's almost like the drug, the introductory drug to collected editions.
Oh my god!
Comics were free. I slipped them into Mom's cart and read them after she made chicken nuggies. I can't. I'll share them on my AMA. The things we used to do when we were kids.
I used to do stuff like that.
Steal?
No, not steal. Like slip stuff into the cart. But we were poor. Mom like, put that back. I'm not paying for that.
Like, I just say wrong. You just yell wrong, sir, wrong. You get nothing. Go on.
Okay.
The She-Hulk show is overhated, in my opinion. Oh, I would say so. But I mean, that's what happens, right? Like you get people like I watched it. I didn't like it, but I'm not gonna go and preach to anyone that likes it. Like what you like, right? I don't like. You liking something does not affect me not liking something, and vice versa.
I never got that Discord when people are like, "Oh, but why do you like it? It's not the greatest or whatever." It's not you to like who I'm.
I have to explain myself to you, like like what?
Don't diss other people's yums. You know what I mean?
Just I don't know, man. Some people just come in with that level of like entitlement. Like, why does anyone owe you a explanation as to why they like something,
right?
Which is like why when I do overviews, I don't really talk about what
you don't
that I
lead
love.
your bias or anything like that. People
Or I
ask
try
me all
not
the
to.
time on TikTok, like, what is your least favorite and stuff. And I know you don't like talking about your least favorite.
No, because there's a ton. Every other channel out
Some
there
people will take your word as truth, or they'll be like, "Oh, Omar did this book, and it was great as ever," and you're like, "I just didn't really get into it." And
yeah, and you may end up liking it, like all the crappy manga you like.
right. Well,
My cat got turned into a typewriter, and now is dating my
cats,
computer screen.
Like, I think I've made it my mission, no matter how bad or good a manga is, if it has cat theme on it, I'm trying to collect it. I've literally, you've rolled your eyes. But for so long, shoujo was just dumped on because it was made for women and stuff like that. And so,
Cage,
don't diss somebody's likes.
Oh man, it happens to the internet. I said good day, sir. Do Omni pre-orders close a week or so before the release date? No, there's an FOC. Actually, my buddy Aussieverse, Omnibo, and those guys do an FOC every month to let you know when they're closing. I love Madison from She-Hulk. Her and Wong was comedic gold. See, I did it, but Nick and I are still buddies, and that's okay. I wanted to strangle the life out of Madison, not because it's a kink, just because she annoyed me. Omar, if you love something, you do say it in your overviews. You don't say it if you hate something. But there are times I hold back, man, when I really love something. It is hard when it's X-Men related, or if it's like one of my all-time favorites. I do find, or if it's if it meant something special to me at a certain time in my life, absolutely. But I also don't I think there's a certain responsibility when it comes to doing these things, because it is books that are high-end books that are 100 to 150, and now some of them are 175.
That's a lot of money.
And I would feel guilty telling somebody this is one of the greatest stories ever, go out and buy it. And they spend $125 of their hard-earned cash on a book that they end up hating.
Yeah.
Which is why I just give you kind of like the pitch and looking at the artwork and stuff like that.
If it seems interesting to you, pick it up. If it doesn't, don't pick it up.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find reviews out there of the story all over the place.
Is the Spider-Man Omnibus coming next week worth picking up? Does it read it like some of the older runs?
See, you can ask me on my Saturday streams my opinion. Would I pick it up? Yeah. Spectacular Spider-Man by DeMatteis, one of the greatest runs of all time. When you say, does it read like some of the older runs? It reads like the David Michelinie run on Spider-Man, because we are talking about 90s Spider-Man.
Omar, will the dawn of X Omnis make the X-Men by Hickman Omni obsolete? And if they continue to end, will it possibly make the fall of the House of X Omni obsolete as well? Yes,
to both. But I don't. But keep in mind, I don't know if they're going to continue. It all depends on sales. I do love comics, even the ones I don't.
Yeah, you
do.
Because
I love talking to people about it. I like finding out what they like about things.
I think you really enjoy the art and the artists themselves as well. Like, your pure enjoyment for the art of comic and comic making shows, when you talk about it.
Yeah, not their personal lives.
Not their personal lives. I'm talking about
I love Chris Claremont, but I really don't care what time he mows his lawn.
No.
Well, maybe I do. I'd go mow it for him.
But you will buy comic creators, their life stories and stuff like that, where most people are like, I just want to read what they write.
Oh, I don't have the time to. But I don't have the time to stalk people and be like, "Ooh, I wonder what Chris Claremont thinks about the new Superman movie." I don't care. You know what I mean? But there are people that really care about the creators. Yeah. And the creators, of course, also put themselves out there, who they're voting for, what their religious beliefs are. I really don't care. I just want to be entertained. Yeah. And part of me, entertainment is the end product of what everybody's working on.
Omar, when is the Spider-Man? Oh my goodness, Spider-Man Evergreen.
It is. I actually have it on my calendar on September 25th. Thursday, September 25th at 6 p.m. I've locked in
so many tabs open for an IT guy. I want to close them all.
Because I'm an IT guy. That's how
25 tabs, guys.
This is how my brain is right now.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm ready for the next question that you haven't even highlighted.
Yeah. My advice, if you love something, say why you love it, and don't pay attention to what those people or haters say. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're all over the place, man. They'll come for you. You like Silver Age, you're an idiot. I'm still friendly with Omar, despite the fact he's mean to me, and I've never picked on him and said, you sent me a Perceptor shirt. That's wrong.
I enjoyed the Batwoman Compact Edition. Would like to read more, but isn't the
out of
Batwoman
print.
Omni out of print?
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose of a larger book isn't available?
So this is the problem when it comes to the big two. The big two have no idea what's out of print.
Really?
Absolutely. Think about your I'm trying to like relate it to like people's jobs. Think about your job.
Okay.
When your boss gives you a duty,
yeah,
right? It's like here's a new program that you need to learn to use for your job, right?
Right.
And these patients are now our new patients, and these patients have left. So do you keep up with old patients, or are you just concentrating on the new patients that your company currently has?
Sometimes we call and recall them
to try to get their business back.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's a bad analogy. So they don't keep up because they're thinking about what's coming,
what's going ahead
9 months from now.
Gotcha.
They're super focused on what the next things are going to be. And that's something that David shared with me in our first phone call. I'm like, why don't you guys have a list of things that are out of print? And he's like, because it's impossible. Nobody's role is to keep an eye on what is out of print. The way they used to do it, and I've shared a story before, is he said that there was a guy that used to work for Marvel, and he would sometimes text David, hey, this book is going for $400 on eBay, maybe reprinted. And that was it. And then, oh, you're welcome. I hope you like it, man. And then came this crazy dude that was like, I can tell you what's out of print, what people want the most. And that's kind of the way it works. So unfortunately, because of that, they had no idea that it was out of print. But I think it made it in our top 20.
Omar, have you ever thought about writing for Marvel or DC?
Any comic book fan has, man. Yes.
Would you want that stress?
No, because I write a story and then I'll write a story and then people are gonna be reviewing it, and I'll be like, man, I wish somebody had done an
people
overview.
Like you.
No, I wish somebody had done an overview like I did.
Yeah. Is the Web of Spider-Man Omnibus worth getting, or should I just keep Kraven's Last Hunt epic?
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
Yeah, absolutely. Ups and downs. It's not the greatest Spider-Man. If you ask anybody growing up during that time, it was always Amazing Spider-Man, top tier, then Spectacular, sometimes switching back and forth, and then Web was underneath. And then along came Adjective Spider-Man, but that wasn't until a little bit later. Ups and downs, seriously. It starts off with what I think is a strong arc, and then it kind of dips a little bit, but then it comes back up with the third arc. And then, of course, you get Kraven's Last Hunt.
Good morning, peoples. Omar, I'm getting through my first watch of Transformers G1 on season 2. When it gonna hit?
Yo, if you don't like the aerial bots traveling back in time, you should look in the mirror and say, what's wrong with you, man? I'm just kidding, dude. Again, ups and downs. A lot of hokey stuff. My daughter and I love it, though.
Hello, I just discovered this channel, and I gotta say, love it. The review of DC Finest Batman Year 1 and 2 made me bought it. Thank you. Thank
you for being here, man. I'm glad you joined the live stream. Any updates on the reprint of She-Hulk by John Byrne? I don't think that even made it in our top 20. So it's really up to you all. And they kind of slowed down on reprints, and I did ask about reprints, so hopefully I hear back from them soon.
Omar, you said duty without laughing.
I did. My 12-year-old self would be disappointed in me.
Omar, are you ready for the Marvel Zombie Show coming out on September 24th when it was supposed to come out October 3rd? After Marvel Zombie Show comes out, you have to do the Spider-Man. Why do I keep saying super? Oh my, I've got Superman on the brain, guys. Spider-Man
pretty
Evergreen.
Dreamy. No. I didn't like What If.
You didn't like the What If of it?
No, I didn't. Guys, have you heard Sony sold Evo to Nodwig Gaming?
Really?
Evo. What's Evo?
Mm-hmm.
This book is going for $400 eBay. Legit, that's how they would reprint things.
I think it's like a...
Can I say Mark Waid is the greatest of all time? I'm currently making my way through his Fantastic... Oh, I love his Fantastic Four, dude. It's so good. I love my Web of Spider-Man Omnibus. Good. The greatest Spider-Man story is clearly the John Byrne reboot from the 90s. I don't know if that is a joke, but more power to Homs. About writing comics, I'd even be worse than a fanfic. Always goes to Hollywood. Thank you for bringing up some gems. Or when my dude Sea Spray gets turned into a human, but he still talks like this. And he was doing like he turns human and then he falls in love with a chick that lives underwater, but he still sounds like like that. Would you date a dude or a chick like that? You're so superficial if you can't date it because somebody's voice sounds like that.
It depends on what their
what she looked like. Oh, what their brain's
like.
Whoops.
Like
guys are very visual.
Yeah,
I'm like,
want to know.
Yo, man, if Christina Hendricks is like, I love you, Omar, I'd be like, yes.
Okay.
Woo.
It reminds me of Arrested Development where he's like, just put this bag on your head because her body's legit, but like her eyes.
I don't remember that one.
Oh my, never mind.
It's the Epic Collection, Spider-Man Volume 9, Spider-Man or Spider-Man Clone worth getting. By the way, I appreciate your stuff a ton, man. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. The Clone Saga, I think it's worth reading. Yeah. Oh, the original Clone Saga. Yeah, it's worth reading.
Hey, there's only 63 likes. Seems low. Hit it up, Mentees. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much for reminding people. Nameless Ladvarian. You're Doom, aren't you? Dr. Doom, right? Like, I think that's your title.
Can you explain the relationship between Sandman Dream and the Sandman Mystery Theater for a person, me, who has read neither? I am so confused.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Tina take this one.
I don't. I'm so confused. What?
Okay. So in the
Oh, that's not a good one. There we go.
That
Magic.
has nothing to do with Dream, but that's
No,
okay.
it doesn't.
This is the distinguished competition. Okay. So in the DC universe, in the Golden Age, there was a character named Sandman, Wesley Dodds, who was part of the JSA. But he wore a gas mask and he had a gun that would put people to sleep. Yeah. Now, that character has absolutely nothing to do with Morpheus, the Sandman from Neil Gaiman's Sandman. They were just using that title because DC wasn't publishing a Sandman book at the time. Sandman, Wesley Dodds, does appear in the Sandman story. He does like make appearances there, but there is no connection. He just puts people to sleep with his gun. And it's an amazing story if you like crime noir stories, by the way. Sandman Mystery Theater is a freaking masterpiece. See, you can ask me my personal opinions here. I love it, and we're going to get the second compendium wrapping up that series. Matt Wagner killed it, man, because it's a noir story that takes place in the golden age of DC. Now, later on, of course, because of retcons, he came back, and he was part of the JSA during Jeff Johns' run. So it was really cool. And yes, I thought Sandman was Grey Ghost inspired design. Probably vice versa.
My close friends call me Doom.
Yeah.
So the same guy that did Merman's voice was the voice of Sea Spray?
No, I think just a lot of dudes could do that. Can you do that?
No, I can't. I was actually like, dude, your voice is pretty cool. That's a good job.
Skyfire sacrificing himself got me in the feels hardcore. Yeah, and then he came back like 2 episodes later when they were like, hey, why don't we just dig him out of the ice? Oh, look, he was still alive.
Sea Spray in human form was like the stupid guy from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes. Dude, I love that movie. And I forgot they made a cartoon.
Oh, the Fantastic Four run is nearly diabolical with how good it is.
Yeah, the Mark Waid run, man. Absolutely.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm reading Berserk for the first time ever. I'm in the golden age and love it so far.
I'm so glad you're liking it, dude. I'm so glad you're liking it.
Wesley Dodds was actually inspired by visions he had of Morpheus to become the crime fighter post-crisis. We see this in Sandman issue number 1.
Oh, yeah, they do tie that in. So he does make appearances there. Besides J.M. DeMatteis, what is on the channel this week? What a good question.
Do you want to go to your calendar of things?
No, the calendar of things is, well, actually, hold on a second. I do have to mention something. Let me just double check here that I have the right name. Okay, so I will be interviewing. Okay, so tomorrow is Sunday, and I think that's when I'm going to put the maybe League Gosh, I already had it in my head. What am I doing tomorrow? I know Yanu's coming out on Sunday, and then my overview of one of the DC books. Maybe it's a deluxe edition. On Monday, there's no Marvel Omnis because there's no Marvel Omnis coming out the following week. Okay. So I've got the Red Hood reprint and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen reprint overview.
Monday
those
the
days.
25th?
Yeah. And that's also at 6 p.m. Or no, at 4 p.m. I'm sorry. Interviewing Aubrey Driver from IDW. So, and yeah. That's gonna be a cool interview, just like he wants to do it live, so I was like, all right, man, cool.
Nice.
So we're gonna be talking kind of like the behind the scenes that I did with Dark Horse Comics. That was pre-recorded. So if you're interested in, you come on and ask questions about IDW. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Monday. Tuesday is the Return of the Marvel trade paperbacks. I'm going through a huge chunk of trades and trying to decide what video to put out or what books to put out that day to kind of catch up. And one of Dom's videos. Oh no, his Absolute. That's what's coming out tomorrow. It's his Absolute New Frontier Omnibus reprint. And Wednesday, I am doing. It's the return of my top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnis. And then can I say this for just 1 second? I know I have two things planned. 3:15 is the interview with J.M. DeMatteis, again Eastern time. And then the IDW, couple people from IDW are joining me to talk about what they're reading. So it's kind of like a fan's perspective of like what they're currently reading. And then, of course, what they do in the industry. Thursday is my Hidden Gems segment and a couple of other drops. And then Friday is the upcoming collected editions for the month of September. Woo, I got a busy week. Thank you for asking.
Slamming weekend.
Slamming.
Slamming. It is the midway point.
It is. That means it's time to talk about Walt's Comic Shop, where I will be on September 20th in Berlin, Germany. So if you live in Berlin, Germany, come on, or anywhere near the vicinity of there, come over and say hi. But I'm not alone because Christian Ward's going to be there. Can't remember, a couple of other creators are going to be there asking me who the heck I am, what comic I made. I'm going to make YouTube videos.
You going to take your brothers?
My brother's going with me. I don't know if they'll hang out with me the whole time at Walt's Comic Shop, but we're flying into the Netherlands, and we're going to spend a couple of days, 5 days there, and then 4 days in Germany, and I'm looking forward to it. And they also happen to have the cheapest pre-order prices in the EU for Marvel and DC big books.
You're talking about Walt.
I am talking about Walt's Comic Shop. Their website is called waltzcomicshop.com, and you get free flat shipping for 12 euros for all EU countries and bulletproof packaging. And if you tell them or use the code near mint condition, all one word at the checkout, you get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of 40 euros or more. And that's
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premiums collected editions in Europe. Yay!
You gotta do the ting.
Ting. That's Melanie's thing. I didn't want to invade on Melanie's TM, you know?
She doesn't own the copyrights to ting. You can do your own ting.
Ting.
There we go.
I can do my own ting.
You can. All right. Let me get this super chat here. Omar, if Gunn hires you to write, which character? Nightwing.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I should have saw that coming. I was like, what? Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing.
Or Big Barda, and I'll cast myself in that movie.
Will you be streaming in Walt's Comic Shop?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream because I think Berlin's only 6 hours ahead. So I think if I started at 4, it'll be about 10 a.m. Eastern time and do it for a couple of hours. He's worried about his internet, so we're gonna try to test it out.
Oh, people are worried about your mental health and burning yourself out, man.
Couldn't be in Berlin in September due to the burnout. Oh, maybe you should take a day off. Thank you. That is so sweet. Most people are like, can you review more DC books so Dom doesn't have to?
I need you to
or
do more.
Can you do this overview? Yeah, so I actually started replying back to people like, does Omar not do overviews of books for DC anymore? I'll just say, if Dom isn't doing the overview of a book, more than likely, not every time, more than likely, you wouldn't have seen it on the channel because there's no way I could keep up. So if Dom was not doing like the DC Finder, because DC doesn't send me anything in advance, by the time I would have gotten the copy of it and I would have done the overview, it would have been like a week or two later. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm very blessed to have him. So again, you know, if Dom doesn't do the overview, more than likely it wouldn't be on the channel at all. And I may start doing, like, I know people are like, I should do some of the breaking news for DC too, and I've seen those comments, and I probably will. You know, I'll talk to Dom. Maybe we can spread them out. But you know, until I officially get to do it with a suit and everything, then I don't mind him doing it. It's helping me out, and it's wonderful. And you're getting the same information. And my gosh, he does beautiful graphs. I don't give you that. I'm just run my mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're collecting new Krypton with now the addition of the Coming of Atlas. That is James Robinson's actually first run on Superman. Who wants that when you got graphs? Will you visit the oldest comic shop, Lambiek, when in Amsterdam? I guess I will. Because let me tell you something, tax write-off, baby.
Yeah,
I got to do some TikToks.
I've got one actually saved from I need a post on TikTok.
You better get on that.
Omar, I know you've said why Marvel are printing closer to pre-orders so things don't end up at Ollie's, but were you telling them that new books are going out of print almost immediately cause them to increase the print run again slightly because lots of people are missing out due to this new policy?
No, I've tried that before and they've told me then they said just remind people to pre-order, please, because we can't lose money. Because it's a company, right? So that means that if things are liquidated, that doesn't look good for the company. You got to share that with the board, and nobody in the business world is going to be like, yeah, man, just keep overprinting things. So I understand the need to print closer to the print run. Because I have tried a couple of times, and they just said, just remind people to pre-order. It's very important.
Yeah.
Which I get it, but not everybody can afford things as they come out all the time, especially now with DC putting out other books too. So it sucks, but I understand. But I have tried in the past, man. You don't have that swing if you ain't got that ting. That's right, baby.
Hey, Bromar, flying first class.
Let me tell you the only times I flew first class with my job that I had, because they did not put a limit. There's a reason why they have a limit now. I'll tell that story in the AMA. Oh, no. But and when Melanie and I were flying somewhere, we were the only people on the plane, and the lady was like, since you two are the only ones going to Seattle, do you want to go first class? And we were like, yeah. Oh. And then we started drinking at like 8:30 in the morning that day because first class got all the free drinks. Yeah, Dom is great. He's a blessing, man. Top 5 German-born Marvel characters. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. I'm like,
who else? I mean, there's the Red Skull, but I don't want to go that route.
I was like, well, there's the.
Oh man, now all my brain is doing is like all the like German evil characters. So move on past that question. If they don't want to lose money, don't print books like Cosmic. I've had that conversation, and go talk to Jonathan Hickman.
Dom goes really fast. This old guy can't keep up. Hey, there's
a what's that mode? Like my wife listens to videos. Like some guys, like she listens to a guy that she has to slow the video down.
Yeah, mm-hmm. You can speed it up and you can slow it down.
Omar, how do you get your name to show up in a YouTube video, either live or recorded? I'm trying to create content on my channel, but have not figured it out. I think for live videos, you have to have a certain amount of viewers. Is it 100?
There's some presets where you have to have a certain number of viewers to utilize that function. I don't know the numbers, unfortunately.
I think for like if you're talking about how to like people search your name, that all has to do with Google. It's not really a YouTube thing. It's like a Google algorithm.
Any chance of a Karen Berger interview on this channel? You are the best interviewer.
Oh, thank you.
And I like that she's undersung steward of incredible content.
Yeah, if not for Karen, we wouldn't have things that we just talked about, like Sandman, Swamp Thing. Like seriously, if not for Karen and all her Vertigo titles, oh my gosh. I would love. Oh, please, good. Thank you, and thank you for the compliment, by the way.
Yeah.
I just like when I'm interviewing people, I want people to be relaxed. So I don't know. I try to talk to them like I would friends. Well, it's Chris Claremont. Then I just shut up and let him carry the conversation.
You're a good talker. You are very engaging. You like to ask questions. Like I'm always amazed. Like that's one of the reasons why like I enjoy that friendship with you. Is you're very engaging. You step out of like my comfort zone. I wouldn't be able to do that. And you're just like, I'm interested in this person. Tell me about yourself. And you do it so well.
Thank you, Tina. Tell me more about myself.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all I get
today.
I would enjoy seeing an absolute edition of Books of Magic, series by Neil Gaiman. Maybe it would include the Black Orchid stories. Oh my gosh, there's 3 omnis for Books of Magic. That would take so many absolute editions.
Maverick
Maybe for the first one, though. It's got beautiful artwork. Oh, that's right. Holt is German.
That's 2.
I'm not we're moving on past that.
Is it crazy that there's no collection of DC's Unknown Soldier? Have you ever heard of a collection? The old stuff?
Oh, not the old stuff, but the newer stuff. Yeah. I think they'll get there, right? I think we're going to get some stuff like Haunted Tank eventually. Yeah.
She's unquestionably one of the most influential people over the last
100%.
years.
Like 100%.
She's the goat.
All hell, Madam Birch. She was great, man. Wait, hold on a second. Omnibus channel would love to interview Omar. Lots of onslaught questions. Bring it, man. Bring it. I'll be on. I'm doing a couple of interviews, and I think I'm scheduled out to October. Tina, don't inflate his head anymore than it already is. Yeah, tell me more about myself.
No.
Come on, Tina.
Hey, is there any news on Astro City Opus Edition?
They're still doing it. I mean, they're still coming out with it. It's just it's a little slower process. Again, this is why I tell people solicitations is where you need to be, not catalog. I have seen companies that let you pre-order books that are in the catalog, and I'm like, man, that hasn't been officially solicited. This could go bad. But
yeah, I've done stuff like that, and
I mean, you gotta wait till it's
the writer is now dead that I pre-ordered. That's so sad.
What?
There was a book series when I was a kid. It was L.J. Smith's I can't Night World series. And
who is this?
You could pre-order one of the she did Vampire Diaries and stuff. So that became a
I know that
show and stuff like that. Okay.
I know what it is. I've never seen
this is a different series. It was Night World. I was in love with this. Like I wrote her, I entered contests, I won a signed book. Like I absolutely adored this author. And then stuff happened between her and the publisher. Long story short, she passed away recently. I will never get that Night World book, and I am so sad about that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way about Kentaro Miura.
Yeah.
And people felt the same way about Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. And then Brando Sando came in and was like, I got it.
Would you say Fantastic Four Solve Everything Marvel Premiere Edition would be a good first-time Fantastic Four reader for them?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Jonathan Hickman stuff. That's some good stuff, man.
September 30th is going to put a dent in my wallet with X-Men Blue and Gold Omni
and Dawn of X. That was
one coming out on the same
day.
No,
that way it was not planned. It's just been the delays took them to that date, unfortunately.
I keep thinking about saving some of my manga money to buy Blue and Gold because I was like, man, this is the X-Men I love and remember.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe a good friend will buy you a copy.
Oh no, don't do that, dude.
I didn't say I was going to do it. I said a good friend. Make YouTube money, Tina.
Pixel Dan is coming out with Ninja Turtles toy book, Omar. Maybe an interview with him.
I like that guy. I used to, when I had time to watch YouTube videos years ago, I used to watch that stuff. Yeah, that's awesome, man. He was a big He-Man guy.
Tina, what is your preferred format for collecting manga? Not what you have the most of. The presentation.
Yeah, what do you like?
I actually really do enjoy the hardcover. I like glossy pages, like a thick glossy page for my manga, surprisingly. I know some people are against stuff like that because they want that traditional feel. So I'm thinking about like the Sailor Moon, like they're like the soft covers, but the like nice collected.
The big ones, the Eternal editions?
The Eternal editions. I really enjoyed those. There's a hefty weight to them. They just feel present to me.
Paper stock, yeah.
And the paper stock is really, really good. The visuals on it are really clear, crisp, and nice. So I really enjoy those formats.
I'm surprised you went with glossy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
like
don't. A lot of people like matte, but for some reason, for Sailor Moon, I really enjoyed the glossy pages on that. I wouldn't mind seeing that, in more things. to really get a feel of how it was, but I really love, and I'm really enjoying the hardcovers for a lot of these guys, like Layers and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Canda hardcovers are good, the deluxe editions. But
Yes.
I mean, really,
that's my preferred method. Now I don't have a lot of it, but that I would say that would be my, if I had real money, that would be my preferred method.
real talk though, I think Dark Horse set the bar.
Yeah, Dark
for
Horse is
every
with
every
collection.
I mean, if it wasn't for Berserk and the popularity of how well that book sold, none of these companies would be doing it. Because I mean, you always have to have. That's why I said I'm always a fan of like art inspiring art and companies borrowing ideas from other companies. Everybody followed suit when they saw the popularity and how well Berserk sold. And then, of course, we got Blade of the Immortal, and yeah, other companies were like, "Oh man, we got all these books." Like Viz started doing their own thing, Kodansha started doing their own thing, and these are technically like American things because the license holders aren't the biggest fan like in Japan of like big deluxe editions.
I've heard stories of like their booksellers are like, oh man, those American comics are so heavy, they take up so much space, like we can't, because if you're a bookseller, you're looking at, you know, like how much product can I have on here, or what can I sell, what's popular, what goes through real fast. And it's true, like US based comics, Western comics, they take up a lot of space. They're a larger format than manga is, so I understand it. It's also like a higher price tag when printing and all that fun stuff. Now, I still believe the Promethea Omnibus is still in the catalog. No, I'm not delusional.
No,
it's true.
It's true.
It's happening. I saw it in a dream.
The Immateria collection, yeah.
That's what I thought about when you're like, don't do stuff off the catalog. I remember you being like, man, Promethea, how long was it? Like 12?
It was probably 10 years ago, and that's why I didn't buy the freaking Absolute editions, because I was waiting on that. And then they went out of print, and I was like, dang it. Yeah, don't believe that catalog, man.
Oh, I didn't know I wanted the news spec. Is that Superman? Spider-Man?
Good job, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. The Superman on the right. Omni, until I watched your overview, and by then it was too late to pre-order. Yeah, so like, do you list a lot of pre-orders? Like, you got to pre-order it. These are my announcements. Don't you?
Yeah, but I don't do like FOCs because I don't have those dates. And honestly,
right,
like I said, Omnivo does that stuff.
I usually check like Amazon a lot of time to try to keep up with some of like the drop.
Yeah, but even Amazon is wrong because they pulled the information from the L-Device catalog. So, and well, now PRH too.
Let's see. When can I get a Blood Hunt omnibus, or is there any reprints for the Blood Hunt comics that were in the Blood Hunt main series, red band hardcover?
You really like Blood Hunt, don't you, Hunter? Ironically, your name is Hunter too. I don't know, man. I don't know if they'll. I'm sure they'll do an omnibus, but the question is, I don't know if they'll do a omnibus with the red band stuff.
See, even she remembers the Scott Lovedale X-Men era.
That's the Jim Lee and Chris Claremont era.
Jim Lee.
Ryan.
That's why I was like, Jim Lee is my X-Men. Like that's Anyways. Oh, he made a He-Man toy book also.
He did. I have that. And his actually I have all the Dark Horse He-Man books except for one.
I feel like deluxe manga should
be.
I almost had it. Close enough. Should be printer on textured satin paper, a little bit like a canvas.
I think the paper stock they use for Berserk is perfect.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. I think honestly every other manga that's been published in deluxe edition has followed suit.
Like
there are some like I think the colors look better in the what's it called, the Gundam small hardcovers, because they're using glossy paper stock, but the black and white looks better in the matte paper stock.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like you lose a little bit and gain some.
Some Omnis shouldn't come out on the same day. I want both the Tom King Batman.
I know, that was crazy that they
Mariko.
did that. The Mariko Tamaki. Yeah. Choose wisely. What happened to the Fables Omni? It was never announced. It was a Absolute edition, and who knows, man.
Tina, are you a Junji Ito fan? Yes, I do.
What's your favorite?
I don't have enough of his work. Surprisingly, his cat story, which was
of course it was, which was his only non-horror comic.
Only non-horror, but he has such great comedic timing in that book. And it's fun to see a different side of Junji Ito than what we normally see. Like, he's just a nice, like, well-rounded man that
most
enjoys
horror creators are just nice.
And then you
people
have
for the most part.
I love the memes about him and Miyazaki. Omar,
Yes.
Matt Fraction, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus leads right into AVX, right? AVX?
Actually,
Avengers versus X-Men?
He was, yes, Avengers versus X-Men. He was Matt Fraction and Kieran Gillen. Because Kieran Gillen helped write those issues. No, it's Kieran Gillen's run. Yeah, Kieran Gillen's the one you want.
What? Is there an Ollie's variant cover for that Phoenix book? You know,
what did they? The first one, I think the first volume made it to Ollie's, didn't it? I don't know if the second one ever did. I wish I had found it because I was trying to buy one for Oddfell and I could never find a sell on one.
Really?
Yeah, and she's helped me out so much that I was like, oh, I'll get her an omnibus, but I ain't paying cover price for that Phoenix book.
Have you all
yes.
read Scooby-Doo Apocalypse? That's my most anticipated
so good.
Omni. I never had a chance to finish reading the story.
If you like Justice League International, you'll probably like Scooby-Doo Apocalypse.
Oh, come on. I have 2 of the 3 Promethea Absolutes and pre-ordered the last one.
I love those books.
Gotta collect. Just had the New Frontier Absolute deliver.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This thing is gorgeous.
Yeah. Big fan. My wife didn't like it, but I like it. Yeah, I was telling Tina about this, Jordan, that Die Dark is getting an Omni. Unfortunately, it's not oversized.
Okay.
My buddy, I have a good friend of mine that works at 7 Seas. It's not oversized. It's standard size. Standard tankobon size. Sorry, let me reword that. Yeah.
Omar questions why Duffer Brothers left Netflix after finishing season 5 final to joining Paramount. Is there a reason?
More than likely, more money.
More money.
Oh yeah. So these guys wanted to do the It movie. So they were like, yeah, they were rejected. So they did Stranger Things instead. And yeah, I like season 1 and 3 was a little better. 4 was that the last? Yeah, 4 was good. I really like 4. X-Men Blue and Gold, worth getting if I already own Claremont Jim Lee X-Men Omnibus Volume 2. There's lots of double dipping, but it is the only place as of right now that you will have Bishop's Crossing and Executioner's Song wrapped up into one Omni. So if it's worth it for that for you, then yes.
I wish I had the space to buy and keep all Manga Deluxe editions. Skipping the Gundam Deluxe causes space hurt. Well, you told me that they didn't have like certain things included.
Oh, I knew you would be like,
and
nope.
I was like, what?
They didn't have the clamp pinup. And I'm like, oh, Tina's gonna be like, nope, that's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker.
Kanansha can keep their oversized nonsense.
I want certain special things like.
Why would you not put that in there, man? Like that's. I love stuff like that. They did the same thing with freaking Rare. That's why I still have my Dark Horse Omnis.
I'm mad about that because I don't have the Dark Horse Omnis. I did for some reason I didn't even. It was on my blip.
It's like Kanansha, you're saving what, like a penny? Come on,
I'm
man.
So sad about that. I'm trying to get all the trades that I have Blood Hunt comics. I need to.
Do you really like Blood Hunt? I'm sure you will get an omnibus.
Yeah, Omar, how do you think coloring in comics and for different comic book media has evolved over the years? There's been a lot of changes with coloring.
Yeah, I mean, you get computers like in there, and immediately that changes.
You're able to print more. So like originally printers only had so many colors to work with, and then that changed as the years. You know, that's why you got the old-fashioned dots.
No more bleed throughs. No more like everything is perfect now.
I mean, it's nice, but it's. I don't know. There's
something nostalgic about the old stuff, the 4-color print. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's for the best, of course, but also I kind of miss that old stuff. If it's printed in newsprint paper, which doesn't make any sense, why they use the new GI Joe. This is when I go on a tangent. This is why I don't do reviews of books. Why would you use the new GI Joe freaking scans and print it in newsprint paper? That defeats the purpose of nostalgia. You should have just scanned it again and used the old cruddy scans instead of the cleaned up ones by Marvel. I don't understand why Image decided, or Skybound rather, to use the new cleaned up scans and printed in old newsprint paper. Whatever. I would run things a little bit different, but that's why I have a YouTube channel and not working for any publisher. Have you read PTSD Radio? I've read the. Oh,
I've read a couple. Yeah, so I've read a couple of them. I didn't physically pick them up. The story was interesting, but it didn't really hook me as some of the other horror manga has hooked me. I might revisit it. My attention just drifted elsewhere at the time.
Melanie doesn't like New Frontier. Is that even allowed? I thought you were part of the book club, man.
Is that the one she was like too long?
I just didn't dig it.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be getting a Flash Omnibus Volume 2 from Messer's Loeb anytime soon? Maybe in 2026. Amanda, I thought Amanda Sefton was British. I don't know. Is she German? Shame about Die Dark not being oversized. Such an amazing series. Need that in Witch Hat Atelier.
Yes.
I'm getting the Witch Hat Atelier box set. Yeah.
I've collected it all up to this far, so I don't usually go back and collect box sets. That's the only thing. Like, I wish I did collect. Like, the Delicious in Dungeon looks gorgeous, but if I've already started collecting them, I don't go back and purchase them.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Air.
Her not liking that story hurt a lot, dude. Try living with her and her not liking Starman. Tom King's writing is so versatile, like tile. Toilet paper, kindling, door stoppers leave nothing to
Oh, wow. That was no punches were pulled there.
Tell me how you really feel. Season 1 and 4 Stranger Things are the best one. Yeah, I agree. The second season was a bit boring. Yep, that's what happens when you split up the kids, man. 3 was a bit too goofy. 3 was ridiculous. But whatever. I like them all. That was okay. But 4 brought it, man. I'll get him in here in just a second. Let me get a couple more questions, then we'll get Dom in here. Collector question. I only want hardcovers, but I'm frustrated waiting. Titans Comics only releasing 4 issues per hardcover. How long until the arcs could be fully collected in one book? When Jim Sub is done, probably. Yeah. All right, everybody. We are bringing in Dom of X.
Morning, guys. Hi, Omar. Hi, Tina. You two are doing well?
Doing great.
Doing okay. Tina was complimented. Say something nice about me, Dom. First of all, you thought way too hard about that one.
He's like, wait.
That was too long. That was too long. You should have these already.
You put me on the spot, man. I had a whole list set, but you didn't let me run through it.
Oh, okay. Let's try that again. Say something nice about me, Dom.
The way that you did your hair today was phenomenal.
Me too. Look at it physically, like physical appearance.
Yeah, you're right. Not the way we sound. Don't be like, I feel like your hair. How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. Made a sandwich for breakfast and was reading some bookies. Now I'm here.
What books?
I am finishing off the DC Finest Hawkman Wings Across Time trade paperback.
Enjoying it?
Nerd.
I am very much so enjoying it.
Has there been a DC Finest that you struggled with?
I think the one that I had the most oddities with was the Supergirl. Yeah, the Supergirl DC Finest of the Silver Age. There were some stories that I went like, I don't know if this is for me, but I have to keep going through it because, you know, we got to record a video and read and do all that.
Final Shadow. I've met more annoying people. Ouch. Hello, my friends. We talk about sandwiches we've made again. What?
I've made, you know, it's funny though, Arya. I've made that sandwich that I ate this morning at least like 1,000 times in my life. At least
1,000? Wow.
Same bread, same ham, same mayo, same way that I cooked it.
Is mayo is that something like very popular in the Philippines?
Depends on who you ask. It's not as popular as you think.
Yeah, because in Peru, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother, my adopted brother who's white, comes into my house and he's like, "Where's the mayo?" And both of my kids go, "What's mayo?"
As wet as he and I are.
My kids didn't even know what mayonnaise was.
Really?
We don't use it for anything. So that's why I was asking about the Philippines. But
we have a lot of other sauces that we prefer very much over mayo. I will say that.
hypothetically, if DC ever starts doing a new 52 era DC Finest, do you, with Batman, for example, do you think that they should mix all the series together or
Oh,
separate
man.
it?
That's a great question.
Oh, wait, hold on, Omar. Imagine a Batman New 52 comprehensive collection that after you read, oh my gosh, this is what the Court of Owls are. Then you flip to a page where we get introduced to the New 52 version of the White Rabbit.
White Rabbit, I was thinking about the Dark Knight too. No! Skip. Good artwork, just horrible stories. I don't know, man. I feel like at that point, Tony Danielle and Scott Snyder were telling two different type of stories with Batman. I would collect all of Court of Owls, maybe the first 11 issues, and then move on to get the hook, right? Like get the big hook at the beginning, move on to Tony and Danielle, and I guess if you're going to include David Finch's
But you also got to include Gleason and Tomasi's run somewhere in there where we get introduced.
That's going to be a lot of volumes.
Yeah, to Mr. Mr. Nobody and all those other folks.
Making Dom read all the Golden and Silver. Dude, I've been there. We've actually had conversations about how much I struggled with that stuff, and I'm like, man, good journey.
I will say though, the most fruitful thing about these DC Finest, at least for me, is just getting to see if you would have told me this 2 years ago that I would be doing all of these overviews for the DC Finest, I would have laughed, because I remember being in my public speaking class and making a small rant about like 2 minutes to random people about like, man, I hate old comics. They have too many words and I don't like buzzing through them. Now, 2 years later, I am enjoying myself in these 40s, 60s, 70s, 50s comics in ways that I never expected.
That's awesome, man.
And even if I'm not vibing with some of the issues stories, man, you got Joe Kubert, you got Kurt Swan, like you have all of these fantastic artists that are at your disposal everywhere. Mike Sikowski on Justice League of America. It is insane to me that like, even if there are bits that I don't like, there's always something else that I have found to be worthwhile from my time. So I'm very thankful that I'm going through it and I'm learning more because of it.
It's a nice way to look at it.
Supergirl picked up towards the end the flipping the secret identity trope, where she was keeping her Supergirl identity secret went far too long. Superboy has been the other tropey one I struggled on.
Superboy, I've found it's interesting that you say that, because I'm reading through, like, Mark Waid is currently doing an Action Comics run that focuses specifically on some Superboy like Superboy era stories. So it's Clark and Lana, like that era of him, like just being a teenager and figuring out all this stuff. And I tell myself, like, you know what? Just try to think like, okay, Mark Waid is pulling from these stories. See what Mark Waid is trying to pull from this random adventure comics backup. And that's how I got through that one.
And just because Peacemaker premiered this week, there we go with the gift. John, did you purposely wait for Dom to show up to ask the Gundam questions? Do you think Dom looks like your stereotypical Gunpla collector? Like, what are you doing here? Or is this question addressed to me or Tina? Because I got mine, dude. I got this one, and I can't believe you left out one of my favorites.
Oh. See, I like Wing.
Of course you do.
I would be
a bunch of pretty boys.
I'd be like, Wing, top one, right there. Give me
Wing Zero is cool, though. Wing Zero is cool.
It's really, really cool.
That's kind of hell out of that group, but I gotta go with Lupus Rex. Then the Die Names and Deathscythe out of that. Turn A, Heavy Arms. Zero is a cool one. New Gundam
on your list.
And I actually really like the original RX-78, but out of the designs, it's the most plain one, though. It's the one that inspired all the other ones. So RX-78 before the what's it called? The New Gundam. Yep. Final answer. There we go.
I know. Go ahead, Tina. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go, Dom.
I was just gonna say, like, the only reason I know some of these names is because one of my best buddies who's in Malaysia, he collects Gundam toys. So I know some of these because he showed me, like, hey, this is that, and I'm like, I have no idea what it is, but it does look really cool. He's been trying to get me into collecting Gundam for like the last 3 years or so.
Some of them are pretty nice. Like but when you have so many hobbies, you're like, do I really want to add Gunpla to the list?
No.
Wing Zero, I would say Death Scythe. Turn A, then Lupus, Gundam Dine Names, Heavy Arms, New, and then RX-78.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Wait a minute. Why does Dom get to go before Omar? It should be. Oh, wait, that would be weird.
Omar. There we go.
Any idea if the titles getting thick trades that aren't DC Finest will eventually be covered by that line? Stuff like JLI, JLA. It's weird that they're not DC Finest, I think. And they're continuing them because JLA just got a volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I would think so.
I think eventually we will, but I think that they want to cover all the other bases first before we eventually get to that era. Like, for example, we have a lot of the pre-JLI material of the Justice League. It's kind of scattered around. Of course, you have the Detroit Omni that's out of print. So I think that they want to get to those other books first before we get to, we got a comprehensive collection of the 1996 run in DC Finest. So that's my theory.
Don't care about hardcover versus softcover. Are the additional stories in the Hard Traveling Heroes Omni worth buying it over the DC Finest version?
I mean, I think the DC Finest will eventually cover that stuff because they're going in chronological order. I actually like the space stuff because I have read Hard Traveling Heroes so many times in different formats, but the space stuff I've never read. So I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's for everybody. It's like, I mean, in all honesty, like it's not as good as the Hard Traveling Heroes, but then you're comparing it to one of the greatest stories ever. But there are some really good stories up there. Like, what's the little sidekick that he gets? Hal gets for a while they're up in space. I can't remember his name. I like that character.
You can't remember somebody's name. I am amazed.
Do you know how many things I remember?
I know you.
He's got like 2,500 companies' names to remember.
On top of that, the creators. And then the first thing somebody notices, you did not pronounce that right. You know how many things I got in my head, man? You're lucky I can pronounce my own name right, which I don't. It's not really Omar. It's Omar. What the heck is wrong with me? Will the new Green Lantern compendiums contain both content of the Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps and more? What is your answer to that, Dom, since we just announced some things this morning?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be the most comprehensively collected and more line of 2004 to whenever they decide to stop for Green Lantern. I mean, the stuff that they're considering and have added in the future books, I mean, it's insane. It is everything that we have wanted for those specific Omnis that we've gotten, and it's insane. The depth that they have gone through to even include stuff that's never been collected before as well.
And in an amazing reading order, not just let's put all the Green Lantern books here, let's put Ion over here, let's put Green Lantern Corps here. It is amazing, the reading order that they're doing.
The notes that they have placed in specific issues, and some of the books have shuffled around too. By books I mean the specific issues. They have been placed, I think, in a better reading order than some of the Omnis and the thick trade paperbacks that we've gotten to.
Because they have the advantage of collecting everything. All the Telsus and Astro Corp are going to be collected in there. All of Ion, which has only previously been collected in trade paperbacks, finally collected where it should be read. Because remember, Ion, the thing that happens at the end of Ion is the reason why Sinestro was able to kind of, well, I don't want to give away that. Never mind. There's a reason why it's before a certain series.
Yep.
Dom, do you think we'll get the Weird miniseries in a future JLI DC Finest?
I don't see why not. I mean, the Justice League International are fully in it. When we get to 1988 and onwards, I can't see them not. I mean, if they're putting in the Cult in the Batman DC Finest, I can't not see them doing that for the JL line whenever that gets around to that.
Yeah, I think that we're in a different time of collected editions, with DC for sure.
16.
That's the
page
problem.
Compendiums definitely aren't holding up long term.
If you saw my overview of the JSA compendium, it came pre-creased.
your Robin one. When you
Robin
pulled
is
that
fine.
one out, I was like, that is so thick.
I think
Why-
it's I don't know if Dom has experienced
glue?
this, but I think it's when they're using like a glossy finish to the compendium, like the actual compendium boards, like that's the problem. The JSA came like with a pre-crease, and it kind of worries me. And I know, these things are supposed to be read, right? That's the point of a book. But I also know spending $60 on something, even though it has 1,600 pages, is like, I want to keep it as nice as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell people to buy it and don't read it. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. As long as they're getting read, I mean, that's the main problem. Main point.
At the Unwritten and Wildcats compendiums, but concerned whether they'll get continued. How likely are they to do more of these?
I don't know about Wildcats. I know Unwritten, they've moved it a couple of times, so it will come. And I know Mike Carey also wants Unwritten finished too. So
it depends on the sales, doesn't it? Though.
Yeah, it didn't sell. It didn't sell that well, unfortunately.
They're probably going to put that on the back burner.
Which, I mean, so they mapped it out. It's just a matter of like, when do we bring it back? And also, has it been too long? So I hope they don't forget about it.
Such a double dip for me on Lantern compendiums, but going for the few bits I'm missing, reading order is so important.
100%.
Properly mapped Hatchet Sinestro Core War reads better than Eagle Moss.
Yeah, the reading order that they have specifically for the event, considering that they have all of the Tales of the Sinestro Core tie-ins and even some of the random one-off issues that are slotted in there, for
Blue Beetle, baby.
Yeah, for the just length of the line. I mean, it's insane to me, the thought that they've put in, and also that like I'll be able to read it from front to back. It's gonna be better, in a better reading order than the Absolute, better than the Johns and Tomasi Omnis, even better than book 3.
Right?
Yeah.
It sucks for us because it is a different time, and had they gone back and do it, like, absolutely, I would rebuy them again, because not just because I was helping with the reading order, but because this is the way that I think it should be read, and people will get the most enjoyment out of it. If you want everything, if you just want the Jeff Johns stuff, stick to the Omnis. If you just like Peter Tomasi, stick to the Omnis. If you want everything, the highs and lows, I will say all the things they're adding are not the greatest books ever. Some of them are kind of mediocre. Some of them are just plain trash. But no issue left behind. And that's always been my policy when it comes to collected editions. So it's nice to see them putting a lot of thought into this. And I hope, I haven't seen the finished product. I hope they took my advice, and they said they were going to try to talk to the person actually putting the package together to see if they do it. That would be really cool. Like, once that book comes out, if they actually took my advice when it came to the actual book and the way that it looks. Reading Green Lantern through the Omnis is reading order is rough. The Omnis don't show the issue numbers.
Yeah,
that's always been that's something that I have brought up, and I'm bringing up again. Click on this one first.
Okay.
My JSA compendium didn't come pre-crease, but it did develop a crease as soon as I flipped through it. Yeah. I love that. It is good mapping.
It's really good.
Better mapping than the freaking Omnibus, and it sucks that the crease is there. Does it bother me? I don't know. I've had books dinged up so many times, but I can understand why it bothers a lot of people.
Well, and that's it can damage the integrity of the book, keeping those pages when it starts creasing so bad like that, like glue cracking and everything else. So that'd be a concern too.
I mean, the first printings of the JSA had horrible glue.
Yeah.
My volume 2 fell apart. It's one of my few Omnis that has fallen apart. Is Batman by Paul Dini new edition out of print? Can't find it. I can find out. Dom, Spectacular Spider-Man has a low print stock, by the way.
Ooh, I have to.
Probably means it'll be out of print in a couple of weeks as well.
Well, that's insane. People have been waiting on that Omni for years, so I don't really blame them on anyone's part.
Let me find out about that. Are you looking it up, Dom?
I'll look. I'm looking it up right now. Batman by Paul Dini. Should still be in print.
Okay. I'm gonna double check too. Man, it's crazy that we're going back to those FOMO days of these books.
Do you think it's because there's more people in and they're trying to keep some of the same?
No, I think it's because they're printing lower stock.
Okay.
Not DC, but Marvel specifically. It just I don't like that because I don't like people freaking out. Like, I gotta get this now.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's the part of collecting I don't like. Because I want people to get the book they've been wanting. And if you can't afford it until payday, or if you can't afford it until next month because rent is due or whatever, I don't want that to keep you from getting something you've been waiting years for. That's what sucks about this. I don't like that. I don't like that we already have low print runs on things that haven't even come out yet. Because it reminds me of like the toys, like the limited edition toys that they release, and paying outrageous prices because you missed out on that window. That really sucks, and it drives a lot of people away.
Yeah.
The post-crisis Green Lantern stuff between Emerald Dawn and Emerald Twilight, plus all the content between that and Jeff Johns' run in oversized format, would be worth its weight in gold. Oh, 100%, man. And the thing is, would they ever do that stuff that's in between Emerald Dawn and Emerald Twilight? That would be a tough one, just for reasons, right?
Yep.
That we've talked about on the channel before.
Question.
Thank you for the super chat, by the way, dude.
Does the Zatanna Omni have the Impulse issue with her?
Can you pull up that content real quick, Dom?
See, I've got Detective Comics. No, does not have that in there.
What issue is that Saturday morning? Because they're taking suggestions. They've been great at listening to suggestions. When they can't add something, they tell me why. When they can't add something, they tell me why, and they tell me, please don't say why. Then I respect that. But sometimes I can't tell them why.
Oh, are they? I'm curious, a Saturday morning fan. Is that the 1996? Because it's only specifically collecting the Paul Dini Zatanna adjacent issue.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
The Mighty Marvel Masterworks are done for now. I'm so sorry. I wish I had better news. The Marvel Masterworks are on hiatus as of right now, but the Masterworks are truly canceled, which sucks.
If we don't get Hunter Schafer as Mystique, then I'll have no faith in MCU.
Who's Hunter Schafer, Tina? Help me.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person because I don't know actors, actresses. If it is real people, I just don't pay attention to it.
I wish Hunter Schafer was cast as Zelda.
Hunter Schafer. Okay, I just looked up Lily James.
Really beautiful person.
I was like, why is Lily James on my search history? It was because somebody brought her up. All right, let me look up Hunter Schafer. How do you not know this, Tina? No?
Yeah, she would be a good Zelda.
Hunter Schafer, okay. As Mystique. Why
the face structure
why is
similar
Mystique?
To,
Oh, the face structure?
Yeah.
You look at faces, huh? Interesting.
Faces are good.
Just kidding.
Dom, what series are you reading from DC all in currently?
He's all in.
I'm reading everything except for
all the things.
I still have yet to catch up on Mr. Terrific Year 1, but I am reading like literally everything.
Omar.
Dude, how are you, Matt? Go ahead.
If they reprint Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, what changes, if any, do you think they would make? Thanks in advance.
I'm going to tell you something right now. They better not make any changes, because then I'll never hear the end of it that Omar got them to take out. I would make them take out Weapon X, because it does not belong in that omnibus. And I bet they wished. And the only changes if I had it my way, but it would make so many people mad. If I had it my way, I would actually put it in chronological order.
Okay.
I'm okay with Wolverine, the miniseries, starting it, and then jumping onto those From the Ashes issues. I would definitely pull the Weapon X issues.
Okay.
I would add the letter pages. I would put Weapon X in a reprint of volume 2.
Okay.
And then people can yell at me, I'm never buying another Marvel Omnibus again. Omar, you tricked us. I'll never hear the end of it, but I mean, that's just the way I would do it. Omar, you mentioned on your anime you were reading Frontier by... You're going to make me say it.
Guillaume Singelin.
I say it like that too, and it's wrong, but that's okay. Can you tell people more about it, or more people to for more people to? No, it's like it's actually really pretty because it's a French name. Tina, you would get the book. I'm gonna get. So I just started reading it. I'm only 10 pages in.
Frontier.
It is. If you look right, let me just sell it on the art. Come this way. I'm gonna point. Okay. Go around this way.
Okay.
And go into that middle area on the left-hand side on the second shelf in the front. No, look this way. look at the shelf right in front of you as you step in.
Yes.
On the left-hand side, it's a yellow slipcase. It's called Frontier. Yeah.
A yellow slipcase.
Yeah. It's a yellow.
I got you.
Says Frontier. Bring it over here. I'm going to show you. So, this is from Magnetic Press, and they were kind enough to send me some books because I've done so many interviews with them, and they just wanted to show some love. This is available through the retail market, not as the slipcase edition. This guy's artwork is like one of my favorite books is PTSD, which he also worked on. I just want to sell it on the art alone because I just read the first 10 pages. He is obviously inspired by anime and manga. I mean, that is straight up like Studio Ghibli type. It's about this lady that is living in space. I just finally got to that part where she's meeting people that also work on like space vehicles and stuff. So there's a lot of like space vehicles and breakdowns here. I don't want to flip too much through it because I haven't read it all. Like I'm just 10 pages in.
Is that a monkey? That's a monkey.
Where's the monkey? You saw a monkey? Oh yeah, that's a monkey. Look how cute that is. Anyway, if you like PTSD, it's that same type of art. He's a French comic book creator. He's currently working on Shin Zero, which is up on Kickstarter right now, with Matthew Bablé. Totally butchering these names, by the way. I think it's like Guam is how you pronounce his first name, perhaps. What is happening here, Tina? What are you doing? I'll leave you alone for thanks.
I know, right?
Thanks, Omar, for supporting on FOMO low print. I'm not. I'm just trying to get people to get what they want. Just in case. You've been waiting years.
Oh, Omar.
Cancel
I can't
Omar.
cancel Omar.
You got to get rid of him. It doesn't belong in that book. Dude. Would you add Daredevil 162 to the Wolverine? Just to make people that love Daredevil and Steve Ditko buy it. Absolutely. Dom, have you been keeping up with the Absolute titles, dude? You read Absolute?
I am like 2 months behind on the Absolute issues, but yes, I have read Absolute Batman issue number 11.
Oh, okay. The annual's coming out with Daniel Warren Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a couple of other creators as well. There's 3 creative teams on that annual.
Have there been any announcements on Flash Omnibus?
Just the Mark Waid and the Road to Rebirth ones that we've seen in the catalog.
And we got those 2 issues added too, so no issues left behind.
No issues are left behind. We got a clean break, no clean break in between Waid and Johns, which is nice.
They're really
well, no, it is. It doesn't belong there. I mean, if they had to do it, things were a lot different back then, right? Things were a lot different 15 years ago. Yeah, so it makes sense.
The colors are on that. Frontier was amazing.
It's beautiful.
What non-Japanese manga do you think are good reads and capture the manga feel?
Does manhwa count? Because I got to go with Trinity. Not Trinity. What was that called? Trinity Blood. Yeah. No, Trinity Blood wasn't a manhwa.
Trinity
was it?
Blood?
Yeah. Priest. I like Priest. That was a good manhwa.
Yan from Titan Manga. I just read that, and that was actually really
That's
really
a beautiful
good.
book.
That's a beautiful book.
Strangers in Paradise. Best American manga.
Unfortunately, this has already happened. Me fetching stuff for Omar, like his Starbucks in the morning. He's like, hey.
That's nicely.
And I love how Melanie's like, don't do it. And I'm like, of course it's me, so I'll still get him stuff. So yeah. Oh my goodness. It is more like a little chibi style. Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, but he tells like PTSD, of course, has to do with PTSD. Like there's like it kind of fools you into thinking you're reading like a kid book, but you're not.
Oh wow.
10-minute warning. What's happening in 10 minutes? 10-minute warning.
Something must be happening. Hi Omar, reread Spider-Man Omnis. Would Marvel reprint Stern and release Black Costume Saga Aftermath to bridge the gap with the first Michelini? Okay. Or would they continue with ASM Omni Volume 8 instead?
I don't know. These creator-centric books at one time, I don't know. I would say they reprint Roger Stern sometime. I think they'll probably focus on future volumes. I don't think they'll stop. I don't think they'll ever stop. They'll continue as long as they keep selling.
I like that. Omar.
Omar. I've been called worse.
You have. Oh, man.
Even if it's unintentional. Would you rather me not tell you it's low in stock and then you're like, Omar, why did you tell me this was low in stock? I would have bought it. Oh, Busick. Best Avengers run. Dom, what do you think? Busick or Bendis?
Hickman.
Bendis or Busick? Who had the better run?
I mean, Bendis. For me, anyways.
Yeah, that's okay. Everybody has a difference of opinion, as no matter how wrong they are. Absolute Wonder Woman is so good right now. Oh yeah,
still my favorite title of all of the six.
Do you still like it more? I've heard a lot of people say. I know Peter's. I think is Superman's his favorite. And then I have some good friends of mine that I don't do shows or anything with, but they love Absolute Green Lantern, or not Green Lantern. Martian Manhunter.
Wonder Woman is still my favorite.
Yeah, I loved it, man.
Do you think they'll reprint Hickman's Avenger omnibuses as we get closer to the Secret Wars movie? That might be a smart move.
I don't know. I would think so. No. We have the Secret Wars omnibus. They probably want you to buy that and sell out.
Mm-hmm.
I love PTSD and Frontier was really good. Oh man, so good.
Omar ruined the surprise.
Which surprise?
There's so many.
I'm like, is somebody having a baby? The gender reveal surprise? Yeah, I can see myself getting drunk at a gender reveal party and popping the balloon. Looks like it's a boy.
Oh my god.
Is there Indiana Jones or Uncharted books? There are Indiana Jones comics. I don't know about Uncharted comics. Are there Uncharted comics, Tom?
I'm 100% certain they exist.
I'm sure they did. It was a popular. I mean, we've had plenty of Resident Evil stuff.
I know you already talked about it. Did you want to summarize?
Oh, DC printed them out.
Oh,
2011.
Who was the artist? It seems like a Jim Lee cover type of thing.
Let's see.
During the New 52?
Yeah, during the New 52. Yeah, I don't know about this. The artist, Joshua Williamson wrote it, and Francesco Francavilla drew it.
Oh, I like Francavilla's art.
I love Francavilla. Okay.
What's coming up on the channel? Tomorrow is Absolute New Frontier, the new printing.
Yep.
That Dom's putting out together.
It is so wonderfully amazing. Even better, honest. I have not read this book in 6 years, and I have now a lot more to say about it 6 years later after I first read it.
It's a beautiful story. I love that story. Even I remember my buddy. I think I told the story recently. My bachelor party, I had a bunch of friends spend the night before we went out for the next couple of days for the weekend. And one of my friends just started reading it. And he was like, dude, I don't read comics, but what is that thing?
Is that man?
That was one of them. Yeah. He was like, dude, that was the manliest death I've ever seen in a story. And he's talking about the prehistoric storyline. So good, man. I love that book. So Dom's doing that overview, and there'll be an overview of Ianu coming out and something else tomorrow. I can't remember. I gotta look at my. I just announced what I was doing. Monday is Red Hood new printing omnibus and League omnibus, and I'm interviewing Aubrey Driver from IDW. Just IDW. It's gonna be a live interview at 4 p.m. So if you have questions for IDW, come to that interview. And then Tuesday is the return of the Marvel trades and something else. Maybe a manga that Tina is doing an overview of. Wednesday is top 20 most wanted Marvel omnis. I'm interviewing JM DeMatteis at 3:15, and then I'm doing a IDW conversation that day about comic books with people that work at IDW. Thursday is the Hidden Gems segment for August. And something else that evening. Friday's the upcoming collected editions. That makes me Dom gets busy too, because he's the one that puts the spread. Like, he puts the entire document for me and gets it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
You're still going to school, aren't you, Dom?
I am. I'm a full-time student. I'm a full-time content creator, and I'm a full-time guy for Omar.
You hear that? That's on his resume. Full-time guy for Omar.
Put that on your resume.
Put that.
It's not worded like that, but it's very much in my resume.
Don't word it like that. Don't word it like that. Omar and Dom, if DC retired Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, with which 3 lesser-known heroes would you pick to keep the brand strong? Go for it, Dom. Take it.
Oh man,
you got 3.
I want might be controversial, but I do want Natasha Irons to take over as Superman at some point. I don't know when.
Wow, you jumped a lot of generations to go from Superman.
Oh, I did.
Wow. Okay.
We have future states, so I'd
Okay.
and why not? Either Helena Bertolini or I know she's not lesser known, but Cassandra Cain. I think those would be my picks to take over Batman. Wonder Woman.
You better gender swap Wonder Woman. You gender swap the dudes. Who's your
I really like the idea of Cassie Sandsmark in Titans Tomorrow as Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna pick her. As Wonder Woman.
It's a great story. Those are good choices, man. If we're gonna go with legacy, I was thinking outside the box and not going legacy. Stop. I was thinking more along the lines of something like Nightwing, but not Batman, because I think Nightwing as his own man. So, and I also really like the character. I would say Nightwing, Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, and then oh man, I almost went Supergirl, but I'm trying lesser known characters. Okay, instead of Blue Beetle, I would use the Ray.
Okay.
I really like that character, and then what's her name? From Far Sector.
Joe Mullane.
Yeah, let's put a Green Lantern out there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Any reprint of Teen Titans Omni Volume 1 by Perez. I think you all voted for Volume 2, right?
Now we got Volume 2 and brand new edition coming on the way next year.
Yeah, you all voted for 2 and 3.
Oh. It is 1:00, guys.
All right. Let's take 3 more questions, Tina.
All right.
Questions are hot. What are the ads on Flash Omni Volume 2 by Master Law? Oh, the odds. Very high. Like they know. It's been mapped. It will come. It's just a matter of when. One Piece is the best thing ever, right? Tina, would you agree? Best thing ever?
I say it would be the best long-running manga. I wouldn't say it'd be the best thing ever.
What's the best thing ever?
Best thing that I've ever. I'm biased, so this is my personal bias. Is Ray Earth the best thing ever? Like I absolutely love Ray Earth. I know you're gonna say like Berserk.
Best manga?
Best manga.
Yeah, Berserk.
Yeah, see, we all have our biases.
I mean, best thing I've ever read is X-Men. Still. 17 years of Chris Claremont. Yeah, absolutely.
My younger brother shares those sentiments, Carlos. If that's any validation there.
Yeah, people love One Piece, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, my brother is in love with that show.
It's an amazing show. I think Oda does very well. He's good at figuring out plots and stuff. It is my favorite long-running series of all time, but it's not my favorite because I'm biased. Let's see. What else did you want to?
What word is Tina saying? Magic Knight Ray Earth. It's a clamp series. Sorry, her Kentucky accent comes out sometimes. She's like, Ray Earth. You know, I got that Ray Earth. What are you saying? All right, please tell DC to include Superman's story that was published in Action Comics during its weekly run and Return of Brainiac Omnibus. I need specific numbers, brother. What do you, the Superman story that was published? You're talking about the Action Comics at that time was Nightwing and Flamebird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was there a Superman backup story in those issues? Because I'm sure it'll be included. I mean, Sterling Gates is the one that's curating this book along with the DC Collected Editions department. I can't imagine them leaving that out. I want Kentucky Omar and Tina reviews. Give me your best Kentucky accent.
If you go down there in that holler.
Dom, do you know what a holler is?
I know what a holler is, but I cannot speak in a Kentucky accent because all I've
Give me your best try. Give me your best try, Dom.
Oh my gosh.
Is that how we sound to you?
That's how you sound to me.
I do not sound like you.
That holler and then you get that.
Dude, I can do it. I've actually, I used to prank call back before cell phones. So many people, and I had so many people fool. Like, I would do it to my brothers. My own brothers could not recognize my voice because I would call, like, because I've worked with so many people and I've got the accent down. It's like, Well, there's different ones, right? Like there's people in the hollers.
Yeah.
There's people from Eastern Kentucky. There's people from Western Kentucky. But
Yeah.
like, so when I would call my brother for tires, and like he worked at Big Lots, and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a tire for a Chevy. What was it? Like just random like 77 Chevy pickup truck." And they were like, "What? This is Big Lots," and I'm like, "Right, I'm looking for a tire for 77 Chevy pickup truck." He would put me on hold going, "I don't know. Can somebody come over here and please talk to this guy? This is Big Lots, not Big O Tires." Oh man, those were fun days.
Get me around my family, my accent really comes out.
Sometimes my accent slips out. Like, even though I'm Peruvian and American, and a lot of people have said I have a Midwest accent. Like, every once in a while, I'll do or the fur. I've been living here for 5 years.
But
That Kentucky fur slips out, and I catch it, and I'm like, "Dang it!"
There's some expressions I've said that you're like, "What? I've never heard that." I was like, "Oh, that's common in hollers to say this expression." I can't think of one now, but even like, what the does that mean?
You're talking about. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about the
New Krypton Omni.
Hold on. Where would that fit? That happens after John Byrne left the book.
Yep.
That actually should happen at the end. That belongs right before the Exile Omnibus, right, Dom?
Mm-hmm.
When does the Exile Omnibus start? What issue? 643, right?
Let me get the exact number.
Yeah. Let's find out. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna do it live, baby. I think it starts at 643. If it starts at 643, that belongs in the final volume of Man of Steel Omnibus.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 643.
And that's why I'm the best there is at what I do. And what I do is map stuff no one cares about except for you fine people watching. Thank you all so much for watching. Smash that like button for the way on the way out. And don't forget I already said hit that like button. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com, your one-stop shop for cheap graphic novels in America. Take care, everybody. There we go. That's good. Stay healthy and safe. We are out of here. Much love. You gotta end the stream, Tina. You can't just see you guys in the stream end. You gotta hit it again.